from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay. We from.
Hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in. So let's get on to the evening night game. Now this one's gonna be. I think this is gonna be a great game.
I do too. This is the game I want to see right here.
So we got the Orange Bowl going down between the Michigan Wolverines and the Georgia Bulldogs in the Capital One Orange Bowl. The Bulldogs, number 3 team in the country, 12-1 on the year, 8-5 against the spread, taking on the Michigan Wolverines, who are the number 2 team in the country, 12-1, 11-2 against the spread, and the Big Ten champions. This line opened up in favor of Georgia -7. And since then, it has had a half a point movement. The total opened up at 43. Right now, that line's at 45.5. Injury reports right now for Georgia. So Anderson, he's been dealing with legal problems all year long. So he is done. JT Daniels, he's dealing with COVID. Wide receiver Blaylock, he is questionable for this game. Davis is questionable with a quad injury. Wide receiver Pickens, he's probable for this game as well. There's a lot of questions, but just some of my notes that aren't on here. UGA will still have their defensive coordinator, so he still will be calling plays. But star wide receiver George Pickens, he's dealing with COVID. He started practice today. So let's keep note of that. He finished the COVID protocol. He started practice today. Now, if he was truly infected, it's going to take him some time to get his body, his wind back up to par to where it needs to be. And defensive back Chris Smith, he's been dealing with a knee injury. He is going to be back, but they're saying he's probably going to be 100%. He's going to play, but just keep that in mind that he is not 100%. As for Michigan's pretty much healthy all across the board. So last time we saw Georgia, they lost 41-24 against Bama, and last time we saw Michigan, again, they won the Big Ten championship. They won 42-3 against Iowa. Get to these actual factuals real quick, peoples. Now, the under 6 out of the last 9 games for Georgia. They're 16-1 straight up last 17 games, 12-1 straight up last 13 games this season. They're 7-2 straight up last 9 games with going against a Big Ten conference opponent. 6-2 against the spread in the last 8 games in December. And the under 6 out of the last 9 games when playing as a favorite. Michigan Wolverines, 5-0 against the spread in the last 5 games. The total's gone over 6 out of the last 9. 5-0 straight up last 5 games. 12-1 straight up last 13 games. The overs hit 12 out of the last 15. Whenever they do face against the SEC conference opponent, the overs also hit 5 out of the last 6 games in the month of December. And they're 2-18 straight up in the last 20 games when playing as an underdog. So, Michigan Wolverines, Georgia Bulldogs, Marley, what's your play?
I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm torn. My all the numbers to me say take Georgia. They don't, and this is the defense is better. I think the offense is better. I think they have more talent on the outside and the speed. I think the SEC the power teams in the SEC to me are better than the power teams in the Big 12. Big 10, excuse me, in my opinion. I think it's just better athletes. I think we're bigger, stronger, and faster. And we just do football. But my heart, I don't want to see Georgia and Alabama again. And Michigan is about the only hope we got of not seeing that. I don't think Michigan's that good. I said that earlier in the year. The Ohio State game, that's a rivalry game. Like, Harbaugh was dependent upon everything. His job probably depended upon that game. Coach, you told me this earlier in the year, man, when I bet against Georgia that one time, and I haven't really bet against them since, is there's first rounders on every level of
Yes, sir.
Now, Michigan, what do they want to do? They want to run the ball. Like, can they run the ball against Georgia? That's what I had to ask myself earlier.
Hey, but I'm going to say this. They do lead the nation in rushing attacks and that offensive line efficiency.
So can they run the ball against this Georgia defense? So I asked myself, that's what I asked myself, how good is the Ohio State line versus this defense's Georgia line, right? That's what we asking ourselves ultimately. The only team I seen Michigan go up against that I can compare them with is Ohio State. Ohio State defense is very, very talented, but very, very, very young.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia got seniors. They got NFL guys, first round picks next year. And I got to go with the Bulldogs. I got to go with the SEC. As much as I really want to take Michigan, but I think that's more heart than football numbers and what I see on the field. So I'm taking Georgia minus the touchdown and a half.
All right. So this is a tricky game. The issue that we're going to have is how will the passing game for the Michigan Wolverines go against this depleted wide receiver defensive back group for Michigan? Another thing is how will the offensive line hold up against this great defensive line? They got Twin Towers down there as well. It's really, and they can run the ball. Like I said, they lead the country in rushing. They got studs on the offensive line for the Michigan Wolverines. The question is this quarterback going to be able to make throws when they really need it? And they're small. You know, the skill positions, I mean, you look at them, I mean, when they played against Iowa, you know, Iowa looked bigger than them. Oh, I'm talking about the offensive guys. You know, they look bigger than them. You know, they got some little guys out there. I'm not saying that matters, but I mean, we talking about defensive backs that are about 6'3", 6'4", 4'4", 4'3",
and NFL level.
Yes, first round draft picks, bro. First rounders. Here's what's also going to be important. Georgia. So Georgia, if you look at it, they made a lot of their key besides rushing the ball is getting the ball to the tight end. With Pickens being just fresh coming back and stuff like that. I don't think that they're a good passing team, to be honest with you. I think they just kind of play bully ball. They run, pound, play action over the top, or get the tight end up the seam. Like the tight end is everything. You lock him down, and you lock down one of the receivers, Pickens, you know, who else do they have? They got to rely on Cook coming out the backfield. I think as far as on that side of when Georgia's on the offensive side, I think Michigan matches up pretty damn well defensively. So it's really going to – I mean, this is going to be a good game. My heart says Georgia should blow them out, but I just think Michigan really wants to be here. They're happy to be here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually going to go the other way. I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to take Michigan with the points for this game. So that is my official play for this. Michigan with the points. And, bro, I would not be surprised. If they win the game, I'm not going to be surprised because I respected Georgia's defense all year long. Hands down, one of the best defenses we've seen. It's just their offense. And that's one of the reasons why, on the show I picked Bama. But when I picked Georgia, but when I really started thinking about it, and then when I spoke to Hova, you know.
Look, let me ask you that. I know where you're getting. Let me ask you this. What was the difference in that game to you? The Georgia Alabama game.
What was the difference?
Yeah, what? Because to me,
the difference was two things. Those receivers, three things. Bryce Young showed out.
That's it right there. That's all I wanted you to say.
Hold on.
That's what I want you to say. I want you to say Bryce Young picked their ass apart. Like he made every right decision. Like when it was time to step up and scramble, but not scramble to run, just scramble to throw. He did it. When it was time to scramble to run, he did it. He made every fucking play that you need your quarterback to make. And my question to myself was, not to cut you off, I don't know if Michigan's quarterback can do that.
Right. Well, if there's any time for him to show that he can do it, it's going to be this game. But besides Bryce Young, Bama receivers went the fuck off. And and Georgia got exposed. Like, hey, their offense isn't as potent as the score. If you look at the schedule, how the score's been portrayed, they just been playing some serious bully ball, bro. Like bullying people second half. We gonna run this bitch down your throat. So I don't think they can really play bully ball like that with this Michigan team. I mean, Hutchinson's a dog. You know, they got some dogs on this defense. So
They do.
that's my official play.
Alabama couldn't really. It wasn't Alabama's run game that destroyed.
Well, because they didn't have nobody, bro. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, SBO, but a lot of those guys were hurt, bro. A lot.
Yeah,
they have to go through it. Yeah.
So I just don't know if Hutchinson can do that with Bryce. But I mean, as you know, that's why I'd rather see Michigan and Alabama. I don't want to see Georgia, Alabama again. I don't. But, you know.
What if we see Cincinnati, Michigan? That is going to be the lowest rated game.
You think so? I'm gonna watch the shit out that hoe. I'll take it.
If it's Cincinnati, Michigan,
I will take it. I don't want to see Alabama. I don't. Call me a hater.
I think
it's probably call me a hater like right now. Marley, hating ass me.
If they want that money, it's gonna be it gotta be Bama versus Michigan.
Oh yeah, yeah. Monetarily speaking, yes. Oh, monetarily speaking, they don't want to see Cincinnati in it at all. They definitely want Michigan.
Everybody getting COVID, man. So hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in. I am the coach. This is Marley Bets. We are Brothas N Bets. We appreciate everybody tuning in.
Check it out. Look, we from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay. We from